Hi everybody, Mad Moon Mama here, and I have a Misfits Market box. So, my best friend told me about Misfits Market, and she got her parents a subscription for Christmas, I think it is. And it's kind of like a CSA share, if you've ever had one or you know about CSA shares. A CSA share usually benefits a single farm or kind of a cooperative of farms, and you'll sign up, and every week you'll get a box with usually mystery produce. You kind of get an idea. It's seasonal, what's they have ready, and you'll go and pick it up, and you usually pay a large sum in the beginning, maybe $60 to $100, and that will be 6 to 8 weeks worth of produce, or it may be different. I can't remember what I paid for mine this last fall, which I loved it. It was so much fun because I get really tired of the produce at the grocery store because it's just so basic and generic, and it's also grown in, on large scale farms, so I feel like maybe the nutrition isn't as great as it could be, and it's also being shipped from Mexico or California, and so it's not really environmentally friendly because you're paying, you have all this resources being used, and then you're always unsure of the farming practices used. It could say organic, but it's right next to an oil refinery. I don't know. You just don't know. It's kind of up in the air. And I do buy produce at the grocery store. I do buy conventional produce. But it's nice to support those small farmers because it is a lot of work to plan your garden in the winter or whatever season, and to get those seeds and start the seeds and put them in the ground, and then caring for them while they're in that seedling stage, and dealing with bugs and pests and elements, weather. So I really like to support the local farmers and the small farms. But right now it's winter, so there's really not a lot of local produce to be had because farmers markets are gone until probably March or April. So the Misfits Market, though, is produce that's grown in and around this area, and sometimes they find an abundance of citrus fruit coming from California or wherever. And it's all stuff that's a little bumpy and lumpy that wouldn't make it at the grocery store because it doesn't look pretty enough. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's not rotten. It's not messed up in any way, except for being natural and having a few bumps and lumps. So I'm doing a no-spend January right now, and I was able to use a coupon and found I had a discount code off my first order, and then I found a coupon off the internet. I just Googled Misfits Market coupon, and so instead of paying about $30 with shipping, I paid $23. So I'm going to open the box for you, and I'll show you what's in it. But I'm really excited because I feel like there's going to be some good stuff in here. And it's got to be, I'd say 20 pounds. It's 15 to 20. So it's a heavy box. And let's see, it says high quality direct from the farm. So this also cuts out the middleman. You get it straight from the farmer to this facility where they pack it up. And being that it's slightly local to this area, that also cuts down on the amount of, whatchamacallit, gas and transportation needed and this packaging. And also, I hate all the plastic packaging on produce. It's like really depressing to me, and I don't know. I wish there was a way that the world would just change right now. Okay, so the first thing is this celery. There's a little scratch on here, but I mean, it's firm and smells green, so I think it's edible. Then there is a bag of, this looks like, let's see. I think this is mustard greens. Now there are some leaves in here that are a little funky looking, like that leaf. I probably wouldn't compost that, but I'm sure there's some salvageable pieces in here. It probably just needs prepped ASAP to get out the stuff that's turned. A green pepper. It's still fairly firm, but it does have some bruising, scarring. There is a cut, and it's not totally firm, but cut it up, put it in your freezer, add it to a cooked dish, it'll be fine. Probably not for eating raw though. This is a cucumber, and it's still pretty firm. There are some marks in it, but it's still totally edible. And let's see here. There's a bag of jalapenos, which this guy just has those beautiful stretch marks that we all have if you grew from a seed to a pepper. And the rest of them look perfectly fine. Maybe they're not big enough for the store. Here's another pepper. And you know, this wrinkling on here, it could also be caused by, and there's a little, oh no, that comes off. You know, it could be cold damage because it is really cold outside, and peppers like hot and sunny, like most of us. That looks like a beet that is ginormous, so I'm sure nobody wants to pay $6 for a single beet. And let's see, a zucchini. This looks perfectly fine. And ooh, a grapefruit. I just saw this thing. I was watching a TV show, and the guy made a grapefruit and avocado salad with like a vinaigrette, and I thought that looks delicious. I need a grapefruit. Here you go. Ooh, these look like a mandarin. And a mandarin? Tangerine? Delicious citrus. These look totally fine, but they do have a little funky bee hole. I don't know, it's a little where he came off the tree. And let's see here. Another grapefruit, that looks fine. No issues there. So there is a cucumber in here that used to be one, now it is two. But I often cut a cucumber in half and put it in the fridge like this, and it lasts for days. You just cut off the end and it's still very firm. So I don't think this is totally an edible thing. Here's another Mondo beet. That's a big guy. Oh, there's a third one in here. Well, I'm gonna be eating beets for days. My pea will be hot pink. Let's see. There's a hodgepodge of entertaining sweet potatoes. Those I could definitely see being too small for a store, but you know what? Peel them, smash them up. You have delicious mashed sweet potatoes. That one, either it was damaged in shipping or there was a funky spot and someone cut it off. But yeah, they're still nice and firm. You can easily, I'll just boil these up and mash them, and you can have instant mashed sweet potatoes, which is really delicious. And let's see. Oh, well, I haven't eaten star fruit in a long time because the last time I ate it, I felt like it tasted like beautiful nothingness. But they don't really. Oh, these actually might be good. There's a little bit of a ding, if you can see that there, and they feel firm, but I feel like they're probably ripe and ready to eat. That one. This one's a little more on the green side, and he has a bit more funk to him. So still, you could just trim off those areas, throw it in a smoothie. And another zucchini that, I mean, it's got a little dirt on it, but dirt won't hurt, and it looks pretty good. And 3 meaty limes. These are big mamas. I love lime. I have avocados I need to eat right now, so I'll just go smash those up and put some of this on there. Some lime juice. Done. Oh, just a baby. Look at this little sweet potato. Yeah, nobody's probably buying that at the store, but it's still edible. And oh my gosh, the mother lode of golden beets. So this winter time, definitely beet season. And these, I mean, they're definitely coming from an organic farm because you can see all the little specks on them from bugs, which when I have grown beets, that's how my beets look. They don't look perfect like what you would find in a store because I have lots of bugs in my soil, and they're hungry too. 2 more little beets. Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely see the texture of that one. That's like the kind of beet that I would be growing in my own yard. You know, if you're doing totally organic and just letting things go. Still edible, but if you're trying to do a food and wine recipe and make it look extra special, then you might be up a creek on that one. So that's it. It came in this, you know, like a squishy packaging, and it was packed pretty tightly, so that kept it from jostling around. And I would say everything's really good. I would say the worst out of this is probably the star fruit. They look a little dinged up. Again, that could also be from cold because everything feels very cold. And they're a tropical fruit as far as I would imagine. And these mustard greens, they look like probably when the farmers are prepping produce, they cut it off from the ground and they do big wash tanks, and these are probably the remains out of the wash tanks that It's still edible food, but because it's not in a bunch, and grocery stores don't just sell loose greens for the most part, that's probably why they are the way they are. And it looks like maybe there's some kale mixed in with the mustard greens, but those look a little funky, some of them, so I'll definitely have to go through them right now and wash them real good and pull out the stuff that I think is not so hot. Probably cook them today or tomorrow to be sure they don't turn. But I think it's a really good deal for $23, all this produce. And it's, as far as I have read on their website, they do almost all organic. Once in a while there is conventional, but they should have notified me if there was something in here that was conventional and not organic. So I would say the grocery store, you know, a grapefruit like this would, organic, would probably be $2 or $3 a fruit. So that would be $4 to $6 just for these. And this beet, I mean, when I buy organic beets at the store, there was 3 beets for like $3. It was a little bunch of beets, and they probably all equated this one beet. So I basically got $9 worth of beets is how I look at it. Yeah, so try it out if you want. It's fun. I just like supporting the farmers. So, okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.